You might see some change in exposure. That's because my window is right here. But other than that, now you know those dead space we're always told to cut out? Hear me out. I don't think we always should. In case you don't know what dead space are just silence. When someone is speaking, probably they're trying to think or they're trying to get their thoughts together, which is basically the same thing. Now, just for context, we usually have, or better say, it's advised to show with two cameras when doing interview, so you can switch between angles, right? And also, when you have those dead space we're about to talk about, it's easier for you to cut from one camera to the next, so the viewers don't think, okay, something here is missing. It's just a way to quote unquote fool people. I don't think fool is the right word, but to make the edit seamless. If there's a dead space, you can just use that to switch to the other camera. You should understand by now, but if you don't, let me know in the comments. I will gladly explain more. Whereas if you're using just one camera, if you're cutting out the dead space, it would feel weird when you just cut to reduce the dead space. What you could do is just reframe, probably scaling a bit. That kind of helps. So what I'm trying to say is, in those dead space, there are times that they should be left uncut. Reason why I believe it should be left uncut is you want to tell a story, right? You want the viewers to be part of who they're watching, not just the information they're given. I think if we're just giving them information, there's no way we're trying to connect to the audience. And for me, filmmaking itself, interview, whatever it is about connecting to the audience. Unless if you're told to make a 30 seconds teaser and everything's just chop, 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 chop. You can do that. I mean, no one's going to hold you for that. But make sure that you have everything together. Yes, there are times you need to cut those dead space out because they're too long. It doesn't make sense. But there are times you could leave them for the viewers to feel connected to who they're listening to. I think my exposure has changed because the light just went down. But anyways, like I mentioned, this is going to be a short one. Leave those dead space. I've pretty much repeated myself multiple times. You want your audience to connect. Now, in editing overall, a bonus tip here, you edit to tell a story. That's it. There is no other. If anyone is telling you anything, you're just trying to extend what editing is about. Editing is about telling a story. You are in control of the pacing, the colors, the sound, music. Everything is how you want the audience to feel. And that is from the viewpoint of storytelling. So back to it. Leave those dead space somehow so the audience can feel connected to who they're watching. They can feel connected to what they're listening to. Now, I do have some examples that I would show. I should show them, I think. It was an interview I did shoot. The dead space were not much, but it's easy to just cut them out and go straight to the point. But I felt doing that, you won't be able to connect to who you're watching. Yes. I don't want to extend this, but keep in mind, dead space shouldn't entirely be taken out, okay? Adios. Now go create some epic stories.